Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Watch, family calls 911 for help, cops show up, beat handcuffed mentally ill man instead. A family called 911 for help with their family member in a mental crisis. Instead of help, a cop unleashed fury and rage and then lied to cover it up. By Matt Agarist, November 21, 2017. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. All too often, families in need of medical help for their mentally ill family members in a crisis call 911 and receive anything but help. All too often, police who have zero training in dealing with the mentally ill will show up to these medical calls for help and abuse, assault, arrest, and sometimes even kill those in need of help. The family of Kent Bowers experienced this abuse firsthand after calling police for help and watching their family member instead get attacked. On October 6, 2016, Bowers' family called 911 because Bowers, who they say has a history of mental illness, was having an episode and began behaving erratically and making threats, according to a lawsuit filed this week by the family. When police arrived at the family's home, Bowers retreated and barricaded himself inside. Officers attempted to make contact with the plaintiff and determined that plaintiff had barricaded himself in his home, and, therefore, it was necessary for the officers to forcibly enter plaintiff's residence. Thereafter, officers forcibly entered plaintiff's residence where plaintiff surrendered to the officers peacefully without incident. At this point, the incident should have been over and Bowers should have been brought to the hospital. However, according to the lawsuit, Lancaster Township Police Officer David Seidler chose to punish Bowers by placing the handcuffs on him so tight that it caused severe pain. Bowers, while still protesting the pain, was placed in the back of Seidler's cruiser while another officer contacted the crisis center to arrange for Bowers to be transported to Butler Memorial Hospital for psychiatric evaluation. Advertisement. Read more. Tweet reveals holes in Mike Brown case, grand jury now being investigated for misconduct. For an hour, Bowers was left in the back of Seidler's cruiser with the handcuffs causing continuous pain until he had enough of being ignored. According to the lawsuit, and the video, Bowers then began knocking his head and then kicking at vehicle's window to gain Seidler's attention. Seidler ignored plaintiff's pleas to loosen the cuffs, but instead engaged plaintiff verbally, during which time plaintiff insulted Seidler for being overweight. The insult about Seidler's weight caused the officer to snap. He then ripped open the door and attacked the handcuffed man, causing his head to slam against the left rear door, according to the suit. After tackling Bowers, Seidler is seen on the video choking him until the point that he nearly went unconscious. He then began beating him with a closed fist before he proceeded to choke him for the second time. At that point, according to the lawsuit, Officer Magnus of the Zelienople Police Department, who had witnessed Seidler initiate the attack on Bowers, approached the vehicle and opened the left rear door to intervene. After Officer Magnus opened the door to intervene, Seidler ceased his assault on Bowers and stepped out of the vehicle, the lawsuit reads. In his report, Seidler would claim that Bowers wrapped his legs around Seidler and grabbed him by his vest in an attempt to tackle him. As seen in the video, this was a lie. According to the lawsuit, Seidler subverted and corrupted the judicial process, to charge Bowers with aggravated assault knowing the charge was false and knowing the evidence was fabricated. Read more. Video, cop shoots man in the chest, then tells him you're lucky I didn't shoot you in the head. Bowers was subsequently charged with 4 counts of terroristic threats, 1 count of simple assault and 1 count of felony aggravated assault over Seidler's claims he tried to tackle him. Luckily for Bowers, there was a video of the incident showing this was a lie, and Bowers only pleaded guilty to the terroristic threats, a misdemeanor charge, for the things he said during his psychotic episode. He avoided jail and was sentenced to 50 hours of community service. Months after the incident, Seidler was fired from the department. However, he avoided any criminal charges for lying on a police report to cover up the fact that he had attacked a handcuffed man. Your termination is a result of your neglect, violation of an official duty, intemperance, and conduct unbecoming an officer, the township's termination notice to Seidler stated. It is entirely possible, being that Seidler faced no criminal charges, that he has since hired on with another department as a gypsy cop. Bowers' lawsuit is now seeking compensatory and punitive damages from both Seidler and the Lancaster Township jointly. Rest assured that the taxpayers will ultimately be held accountable for the actions of one of Lancaster's finest.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.